Hello everybody, my name is Scott Galbraith. I am the creator, co-writer, and co-producer of Lucifer and The Father. And if I happen to look familiar to anybody watching this, it's because I also played Lucifer in the short film. I thought I would get on here and do a few things real quickly. First of all, I want to thank the 500 people who are following us on Facebook over the past couple months. We appreciate all your likes and your comments, but we really need your support financially. Now, the other reason that I am on here is because I think we have caused a little bit of confusion about what exactly it is that we are looking for. And I'm going to address this in regards to a comment I saw on one of our posts, as well as something that somebody who I know personally said to me. The first thing is that someone was surprised when they said, wait a minute, this movie's already done. I had seen a post saying that we could help support it. Well, both is true. The very first 23-minute short film, Lucifer and the Father, is done. We made it back in 2021, and it went around to all the different Christian film circuits and such. But it was always intended on being a pilot, or what's called a torch program, to show that we could make more. Our goal is to make a 7-episode miniseries. All right? And at one point, we had thought about trying to use this first one that we had made on our own through crowdfunding on Indiegogo. We raised $5,000, and we shot the first one over the course of about 5 days in Portland, Oregon. And we thought we would show it to people, maybe an investor or something, and try to get the rest of the series made. Funny thing is that I have a friend who has also produced a Christian series who told me that he actually made 2 episodes and then shopped those around. And he said the minute that there was more than one, people could see how it would be a series. So this GoFundMe that we're doing that says Lucifer and the Father, the sequel, is so that we can try to make the 2nd episode. Now, this brings us to what a friend of mine said to me. He said, well, Scott, you know, your story is just, 2 people talking at a table. That was the first one. That's not what the second one's going to be. I thought I would take a moment and tell you exactly what the 2nd episode is going to entail. The 2nd episode is called Lucifer and the Father, Joseph and the Doctor. It takes place during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, where a woman doctor is basically hit rock bottom emotionally because of everything she's seen in her ER because of the COVID pandemic. And God appears to her in a dream while she falls asleep from exhaustion in her hospital chapel. The funny thing is, Lucifer also appears to her as well. And why God has allowed that to happen is part of the story that I don't want to give away. But basically, God and Lucifer are there once again playing verbal volleyball, but this time with one of God's children in the middle. And one thing that God does is takes the doctor, Lucifer, and himself back to being able to observe the story of Joseph's time in jail. And they talk about how God will bring you through tunnels and make you go and have you go through trials and come out the other side, which is one of the things that I was really feeling during the pandemic. So I felt it was important to do this from the point of view of somebody who went through a lot during the pandemic, and I figured no one was better than a member of the wonderful medical staff that worked all through that. So that is our vision for the 2nd episode, and we want to try to get the 2nd episode made so that we can then shop the first one we've already made and this other one around and show people how we can do different stories. Now, some of the other stories we have planned have to do with going back to where it all started. Like we want to do one episode that's called Lucifer and the Father, Adam and Eve, that goes back and shows you how God and Lucifer interacted with the first man and woman on earth, and how Lucifer orchestrated the fall of man, and how God walked in the garden with Adam and Eve, and how his heart broke when man fell. So we have a whole bunch of ideas to do, but what we need your help with is helping make the 2nd episode. Now, the first one cost $5,000 to make. The reason why we have increased the budget to $10,000 is because this one has a bigger cast. This one has a cast of 6. The first one had a cast of 3. Secondly, we want to make sure that we can pay an editor this time, because our director volunteered to edit the film free of charge because I had forgotten to work that into the budget. But we can't do this without your help. And as I've said this several times, we are not looking for any one person to give us one gigantic chunk of money. We're looking for a crowd of people, which is why it's called crowdfunding, to give us a little bit of money each. All we need is 1,000 people willing to donate $10. And so I'm just appealing to, I have 1,700 friends on Facebook. Our first movie has got 25,000 views on Christian Movie's YouTube page. As a matter of fact, if you watch Lucifer and the Father, if you're wondering where to watch it, you can just type in Lucifer and the Father on YouTube and it'll be right there. In fact, the GoFundMe is in the summary of the film if you want to donate to it. Sadly, this is not a ministry we can do on our own. It is a ministry that we need help with. And regardless of what the outcome is with this, I don't believe you'll be hearing from us again to do another GoFundMe, because this second one has been very hard. The point is to use these 2 episodes to shop around and find somebody who might want to back the miniseries. So that's what I wanted to share with you, and I hope that you continue to like our posts. I hope you also continue, if you haven't seen the movie yet, please watch it. And if you do donate to the crowdfund, please don't just donate, but please share it and share it on your social media and encourage others to do the same. Like I said, at this point, we actually only need 900 people with $10 because we have $1,000 raised already for the budget. But like I said, we cannot do this without the help of all 400 subscribers who are on this page already. Thank you very much for your time.